Hello, I am Test Drive and welcome to episode 37 of Forza Motorsport 2. In this episode, we're buying a car because I'm going to be doing another one of the One Make Race series. And that car is going to be none other than the 2003 Ford Focus SVT. Because there's a race specifically for this, and we win a very fast version of this car pretty much from the series. I might go with just the basic blue. I change colors on cars a lot, but I'm gonna go with just the original blue. Yes, the big fast version. A-class. I think it's A-class at least. We have factory spec races, and we have the Focus Sport Focus as the prize car. Allow upgrades must be set to no, obviously. It has to be a Ford Focus SVT, and obviously I'm going to be racing against all other Focus SVTs. So we have New York for 6 laps, or Atlanta for 6 laps, and Sebring for 5. So let's get started on New York. Time to go moderately quick in a straight line. This car is definitely not the ultimate D-class car. That was really loud, by the way. That was a loud creak from my microphone as I moved it. Alright, let's get going. As per usual, I still have bugs flying around my face. I really need to figure that out. Yeah, also turn this volume a little bit. There we go. Sorry, my left hand was preoccupied. Couldn't steer. Didn't get any damage though, so I'll take it. So I think I have this on super easy peasy mode still. I could probably change that by this point, but I honestly don't care enough. I always like these cars. I always like to drive one in real life. Never had the chance though. I've never driven a Focus in general, I don't think. I mentioned before, but I'll talk about it again, how I had the opportunity to shoot a video same hit sound as the new Forza games. It's very possible. But I was going to go on about how I had the opportunity to film one of the 3 ever made Ford Focus FR200s. And basically it's a car from, it was in Ford Racing 2 and 3. And also if there was a strange, oddly enough it was in schools a lot, but a poster of a strange looking hatchback that kind of looked like a Focus, it was probably the FR200. And there's only 3 of them actually made for, the world. I think they were all technically concept cars, so you can't actually register them. But a small little specialty car dealership around me had one of them for sale. Still might have it. I haven't actually contacted him yet, again, since like 3 or 4 years ago. But I had an opportunity to film it because I was talking to the guy that had it. And he's like, yeah, you can film it, whatever, do whatever with it. I'm like, hot damn. And then I was stupid and didn't actually do anything. So, yeah. I mean, he might still have it because I know he had that car for a long time before he listed it for sale. And I'm kind of curious if he still has it and it's just not on the internet for sale. But I really regret missing that opportunity. Like, it's not like a hugely hyped up car, but it's one of 3 ever made. And it's a legit Ford Racing FR200 Focus. So, I don't know. Somebody lost their front bumper. Oops. Somebody did a big oops. I think it's probably one of the 2 that are like way behind there. I also never understood why they put the Euro headlights on the American Focus SVT in this game. Chotu? I apologize if I say your name wrong, but thank you for the follow. Welcome to the shenanigans that I've called the stream team. I still need to think of an actual good name for, like, the group of people that watch my streams. It feels weird to me, but I know a lot of people who have, like, little names and stuff, so I don't know. I'll eventually think of something, but thank you so much for the follow. Hope you enjoy your stay. That helps out a lot. I'm gonna assume that I didn't say it wrong then. Hopefully. But yeah, anyways, ranting about the headlights, yeah. These are the Euro spec Focus S, or like Focus RS headlights. This is not the headlights that were put on the Focus SVTs in the American market, and it makes me upsetty. Because you see, the thing is that, well, here, let's take a bit to inspect this. I'm gonna bitch about this because it's been like this in every Forza game. So in the headlights of this Focus specifically, well, you have the normal American Focus, you have the turn signals right here and marker lights, but then you have the European lights, which has a separate headlight and bright, which or whatever. But on the outside here, you have a marker light and a turn signal. So you have two sets of turn signals for whatever silly reason. Arrow says it the most correctly. I don't know if I've ever heard Arrow say it. I'm not gonna lie. I've been slacking it at keeping up with Arrow streams recently. It makes me sad, but like, here I am streaming, I guess. And also working and sleeping whenever he streams. Especially his like super late second channel streams. I never catch those because they're always at like 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, and I'm asleep during that time. Someday I'll be able to catch those streams, maybe. But then I gotta wake up early, or like I can't do it. I wish I could, but I can't. Someday though, I'll be able to make it to more people's streams, maybe. Hopefully. That's the grand plan, at least. I just somehow have to have a different streaming schedule from everybody else, even though my schedule is completely dependent on my work schedule, so yeah, that doesn't work out very well usually. My work schedule is all over the place every week. I never know if I'm going to get home at 5 o'clock, which is about the earliest I ever get home. Well, give or take an hour or two, depending on if I get out of work early, randomly. Yeah, it depends on that if I get home at 5 o'clock or if I get home at 7 o'clock. Because it always changes. Like the day that it snowed, I got to work at 7 a.m. Got home from work at like 8:30 p.m. But that was also because I didn't have any brakes in my truck, so I had to call my dad to come and help. That was a slight issue. Now, I wasn't going to drive home in the snow in rush hour traffic with no brakes. Well, almost no brakes. There's a little bit of brakes. Not a lot, though. Luckily, I was able to drive it home, though. Just put some brake fluid in it. Still kind of terrifying, though. And now I'm just driving my Lexus and hoping that it doesn't snow too hard. Even though it did fine whenever it snowed 8 inches last January. Earlier this year, it snowed like 8 inches, and I drove that car through 8 inches of snow. Fun fact, Lexus LS400s go pretty good in the snow. Believe it or not. As long as I got good tires, which mine is iffy right now. 3 of my tires are good. 1 of them is not so good. Still need to get that one replaced at some point. It may be very, very worn out on one edge. But yeah, I remember I was plowing snow with that thing. Plus, I guess the tires were 7 months old at that point. Canada, no, it was Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. We had one big snowstorm that just dumped like 8 inches of snow on us in like 6 hours, and Boy, was MoDOT not prepared for that in the slightest. Roads were not good. Everything was covered in snow. I drove to Taco Bell, and they were surprisingly still open, because I was working at Walmart at the time, and they even closed down Walmart at like 10 o'clock that night. But I went to Taco Bell, and I got a soda, but they didn't have any ice for some reason. So I had just kind of stuck my Baja Blast that I got. I just stuck it on the roof of my car in like the 6 inches of snow that was on the top of the car at that point, and left it there for a few minutes. And it worked. It cooled it down. And that was like all I got. Oh yeah, because they made pizza for us because, you know, we were the people that actually showed up that day. Like literally a tenth of the people at Walmart that worked at that Walmart showed up that day, that were supposed to show up. So for those of us that did show up, they made us pizza, and then I drove to Taco Bell during lunch. I just wanted to drive in the snow, honestly. And also I got to see some guy in some broed out Dodge truck like mine. Well, not like mine. Mine's not broed out. But one in a broed out one, stuck in four-wheel drive in the parking lot where there was no snow, where it had already been plowed. He was stuck in four-wheel drive, and I had to laugh. Although I was feeling some pain at that point because I was outside pushing carts at that point, because none of the cart pushers for the night shift came in because of the snow. So yeah, that was interesting. Hey, we're level 28. And I'm level 2 already, wow. We've established a relationship with Shelby. There are new production models available in the Shelby dealership. I believe that means the Shelby Series 1 is available. Which is a car I'm probably going to have to use at some point because it's weird and I like it. And I've driven it. I think I drove it sometime. Hello. Eh?
Hola.
Hello.
Hola.
I wish I know what making my head go.
Hello.
Maybe I'm allergic to something new now.
Oh, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Cool.
Don't forget to stay up so late.
I'm not going to stay up late. I know. I know what I'm doing. Anyways. Thump thump. On North Atlanta. This should go a little bit better, hopefully, because there's a lot more turns on this. If I won't destroy somebody's rear end like I did in the last race. I'll probably take a picture for a thumbnail in this race. I don't see why not. Alright, you know what? Actually, I can do it right now. That sounds like a great idea. I gotta get the crew, the blue crew. Although this isn't the St. Louis Blues, but whatever. It's gonna be 37. 37. Maybe we good to go. I won't have to remember that again for this episode, this recording. I did not get a penalty there. That's surprising. Usually I get like the tiniest little like .033 penalty doing that. Also, we've never have. I don't think I've actually been on the long version of this track yet in this game throughout this series yet. I don't remember going on it, at least. It may have happened. I'm not sure. I've done a lot of races in this game so far. I need to actually go back to adding up all my times from all the videos just to see how far, like, or how long I've played the game for. Although it will say, it does say your driving time though. So maybe? I don't know. That might be somewhat close. God, these headlights piss me off. I can't take it. And I swear to God, if the leak was true and this car does come back to Forza Horizon 4, they better have the correct headlights on the car. If they put the frickin' Euro headlights on it, I'm gonna scream. Maybe. There's a good chance of it. Welcome back, Alexis. Welcome to something that's not Need for Speed. But still fun. Still a good game. If it wasn't a good game, I wouldn't be playing through it right now. That's a lie, actually, because I'm definitely going to be playing through a lot of games that I don't necessarily enjoy in the future. Not looking forward to playing through Need for Speed 2015 again, but I will do it eventually. Yeah, same here. This was one of my first Xbox 360 games I ever got. Although I did have Forza 1 before this, so I wasn't a Forza 2 kid. I was a Forza 1 kid that then got Forza 2. And thus it's one of my favorite games. Or one of my favorite Forza games, I should say. I'm playing a different game just because I don't have much time to stream, honestly. I could have avoided that if I wouldn't have screwed around a lot today, but I screwed around a lot today. And so thus I only have a little bit of time to stream. But I will, don't worry, I will get back into Need for Speed at some point, sometime soon. Forza 2 is a great game. Definitely underrated in the Forza series. It's not like super long like Forza 3 or 4. The graphics aren't terrible. They were definitely different from Forza 3 and 4. But the car list is good, the track list is good. The songs that play only in the menu are good because this game does not have race music for whatever reason. I think you could play music in the races though if you have like music discs burned to your Xbox hard drive or whatever. I do believe you can play those. But yeah, it's a great game. I would definitely recommend, if anybody hasn't played it, I would definitely recommend playing it if you like, you know, any of the Forza Motorsport games or like Gran Turismo games even. If you like track racing games, definitely give this one a try. I can agree with you on that, Traumatize. I definitely enjoy the soundtrack of this game over pretty much any of the other games. Forza 1 though. Forza 1, the Junkie XL songs were all really good in my opinion. But they definitely all sound very similar to each other, and that's something that this game definitely improved on, was that it's just got a bunch of different random songs from a bunch of different people, so you actually have a lot more variety in this game. Like I said, I'm pissed that you can't listen to them in race. Like, songs will literally just stop as soon as you enter the race. And then they'll start playing again once you get back in the menu. And there's no setting to turn on race music. So, I don't know. It's weird. I don't even remember Forza 3 and 4's soundtrack. The only thing I remember from Forza 4 is, it starts again, it starts again, it starts again, it starts again. The fucking intro song. It's so repetitive. I don't actually like it that much. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the worst song, but it's definitely not the best. I'd have to actually play Forza 4 again to actually remember the soundtrack in the slightest. I don't remember there being anything noteworthy in it. I honestly remember more of Gran Turismo 5 soundtrack than I do of Forza 4's, which is kind of saying something. Although I did play a lot of GT5. I won't lie, I played GT5 many, many hours. Fuck, I want to play it again. But fuck, I need to finish GT4. I need to actually play through more of GT4. I should have done that tonight, actually. Oh well. I wanted to get the thumbnails for this game, so it just kind of turned into, okay, let's play this game for an hour and a half or whatever. Actually, I might play for a little more than an hour and a half. It might be close to 2 hours. Yeah. Like, Soul on Display was a song I remember liking in GT5. There was more songs that I don't remember off the top of my head, I'm not gonna lie. If I would have played the game more recently, I'd probably remember them, but yeah. Since the last time I played the game was, like, actually legitimately played it, and played it a lot, was a long time ago. That wasn't actually that long ago, guys, because the thing is that I had a PS3. I got a PS3 in 2010 with GT5 for my birthday, or not for my birthday, for Christmas. That was my first PS3. And my first PlayStation console. I had a PSP. I still have a PSP. It's over there somewhere. But yeah, my PS3 was my first PlayStation console. Level 3 now. Yay. And 10% discount on turbo upgrades. Nice. And I played the shit out of GT5. And then I just kind of stopped playing it, and I never played it much again after that. So I ended up selling my PS3. It was a 160 gig slim or whatever it was. Ended up selling it for whatever reason. That might have actually been what went towards the Wii U I had a long time ago. But I had that. I sold it. And then I was like, fuck, I want to play GT5 and 6 again. And MotorStorm. And, you know, all these other PS3 games. So I bought a used PS3 Super Slim, which I currently still have. And I didn't actually get to save or get to transfer any of my old save profiles over because, you know, I didn't have them anywhere, sadly. But I still have actually a decent amount of progression, if I remember right, on the the GT5 save that I actually have now. I don't actually know what year that would have been when I got my PS3 back. Because the thing is, I never really did many videos on PS3 games. The best I can remember was Need for Speed: The Run, and I'm pretty sure I bought it well before that. But I still have the legendary profile of GT5 that has my B-Spec driver that is named D-Ong, D.0NG, or not zero, ONG, and that is my most legendary thing from Gran Turismo 5 that everybody knows about. If you ask anybody from like HG Central, or like that, you know, any of us didn't know each other, including Rhino. Yes, hello Rhino. All hail Tiong. Hello for 2 seconds. I guess you gotta go to work. Oh, thank you for the host as well. I appreciate it. One laptop rip. I guess it's better than nothing though. Well, have fun at work then, Rhino. After your 2 minutes here are over. $2,000 RSX. Honestly, I have to stir the pot and say that the first gen Focus RS was the best Focus. Needs a fuel pump? Huh. I'd buy a cheap RSX. You know what's funny is that still to this day I would love to have a an early 2000s CL 3.2 Type S with a 6-speed. That was actually one of the cars I had on my little list of cars I was looking for to like buy for a daily driver. It was either that, a Lexus LS400, what was the other one? I don't remember. There was like those are the main two I remember, and I ended up getting the LS400 because I found one for super cheap, and I still drive that car to this day. I drove it just today over at my grandma's house. First car was an 03 Celica. That sounds pretty neat, not gonna lie. I don't know what J-swap means. Are you talking about an old CL, like the first gen CL or the second gen CL? The little one or the big one? J35. I don't know what J35 means. Is that, wait, is that an Infinity? The good one. I don't know what the good one is. I think the good one's the second gen. Oh, I see. It was that engine. Wasn't that the same same engine you used in the Honda Pilot and the Saturn Vue Redline? I'm pretty sure it was. Because I'm pretty sure that was a 3.5 liter V6. But yes, I see now what you're talking about. Because the biggest they had was the 3.2 back in the day. What was I was looking for other cars for my daily driver as well. I can't remember what some of the other ones were. I think like ES300s popped in my mind too. Lexus ES300s and Accord V6s and whatever. First gen, okay. I always liked the second gen. Mainly, probably because it was in Forza 1. I always used it in Forza 1 too. I even used it in my Let's Play I did a Forza 1. I drive a first gen CL though. I do like one. Ah, God. 6-speed accurate. My coworker, when I worked at the car dealership, that way, early on at least, one of my coworkers that left not too long after I started working there, he had a 6-speed. What was it? Was it Type S still? I guess. I don't know. It was the high-end RL that had the 6-speed, like in '05. He had one, and I always thought that car was pretty cool. I think I might have been looking at those as well. But now that I have my LS400, I can't see myself getting another different like daily driver car, at least for the time being. So I tend to not look at like daily driver-ish cars like that. Although if I found one cheap, I would probably still buy it, and if I had the space. But I need to like save my money at the moment, so because I still want Magnum SRT8. That is my end-all dream car that I will buy someday, and I want a decent one, so I'm gonna have to spend like 15 grand, but I will have one. It's just not gonna be that soon. Unless I somehow get a lot of money sometime soon, which I doubt is going to happen. $80 grand Blackbird? What's a Blackbird? I don't know what a Blackbird is. I know what a Yellowbird is, but not a Blackbird. Yeah, I don't think I could see spending 80 grand on a Trans Am. I can barely see spending 10 grand on a Trans Am, honestly. Although I did drive one that was really nice. It was a 78 4-speed car, and it had like 20-something thousand original miles, and it was really nice. I really enjoyed driving it. Anyways, there we go. We finished our thing. We got the Focus Sport Focus. Basically, the not FR200 fast Focus. It's got 334 horsepower. It's got about the same amount of power, actually, as the FR200 Phase 2. 7,900 miles. I don't know what Phase 2 means. Anyways, we're 70-something thousand credits away from the next level. And that will conclude this episode. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one for something else.